Bonjour. How do I play this game? Right then, what are we doing today? I really want to build some trains for TCP. We're going to build out a huge range of locomotives and wagons and everything like that. On today's agenda, maybe I shouldn't be building here. I want to build a oil burner, I believe. I don't really know what I'm trying to build. How I would categorize this is I'm going to build a Thomas the Tank like train or locomotive, and I'm going to do it at one of these workbenches so that it fits within a sort of default train spawn, which means very small space. We're going to have my truck here, and then I want to use some steam wheels. I think I'm going to use these big steam wheels. I don't know if I'll connect them because it might be a bit of a pain to try and get them all to work nicely together. Excuse me. What? This is a really terrible place to build because of all the shadows. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm going back to the desert. There's nothing good I can say about any of those small train workbenches. The trains I'm looking at are things like the Big Boy, and then just other random like Lego trains. Lego trains are really good. I want to look at someone else's train because I'm not sure about how people are doing their pistons. Oh, these wheels are all fake. Oh. These are all old train wheels as well, so this is probably quite an old train. I don't think they're using these at all to get the motion. They're putting fake wheels in behind the normal wheels, which I mean just goes to show how rubbish the steam wheels actually are. But anyway, I think I would have 2 wheels back here, then some big wheels, and then a set of little wheels somewhere up the front in the same kind of style as this back here. So as a base, is that okay? I know I definitely need a front set of wheels to be smaller than the rear set. So I'm going to bring in another V4 train truck and see if I can copy some of the style into the smaller wheels. It looks real weird if you just copy paste that whole thing onto the smaller wheels though. They're too small. Like, it's on the bigger one it's fine because it's not fully hiding the wheel, but on the small one it just looks goofy. And it looks like they're kind of exposed anyway on most of these trains. The 2 smaller front wheels seem to be fairly exposed anyway. It looks more like this is actually a platform for walking around on, and it has stairs and things to get up, so maybe for a maintenance. So let's bring that down to 11 because it's gonna overhang so much anyway. And see what I can do about stairs. I don't like this. This seems super restrictive and not cool. Whereas this, I really like this. This is very cool. I've got to repipe this though. So I'm going to use this one here. That's going to be the back. And then I'll use it again as the front. I don't think the hinge is here actually. I think the hinge is here. Okay, I need a plow on the front, and I'm going to pivot from back here. So because this train is going to be so much longer, I don't think having a pivot in the center makes that much sense. So first, I think we'll go pipes to help push it away. This is where plow of some kind will be. There may also be a staircase. Oh, that'd be cool. A lot of these trains seem to have stairs going up onto this walkway thing that can then access the rest of the loco. So what if I try and integrate stairs into the plow? Okay, and then I think plow needs to be on a bit of a steeper angle anyways. So that's 3, we need to come out 5, and that's our like full 13 width. Then I'll switch over to the 1x2 pyramid. Well, I'm gonna. Is that, how wide is this? Oh, that's 13. Yes, that looks like it would scoop you up and just get out of the way. This is going to very quickly not be your typical kind of train. And then I'll have a platform that comes along here. That's how you get onto here, right? So I don't need to worry about having stairs or anything come off the side, which means I can bring the full width out to 13. So I can cover up all that. Cover up this. Might put a wedge in here so it doesn't look so weird how it sort of stops. And I should probably put this whole front section on either pivots or some kind of subgrid. It's very likely to hit stuff and break, so let's see. How about just up here? That should do. Paste, 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 paste. Paste, 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 paste. So now the plow is separate, can smash into things and shouldn't damage the rest of the loco. Doing that means there's no real way for me to connect anything on the front, which kind of sucks. So maybe I can figure out some kind of system to poke an electrical connector through somewhere. That's probably quite likely. So that's connected to that, and then this will be connected to the main red grid. It's really far out over the front though, so maybe I do need some kind of track system. That's such a small grid though. How can I get some weight onto this without munching anything? Because it's got to be able to pivot, right? I'm going to take both these pipes, I think. We'll need a 3x and a 5x pipe. This will be handrails. If it's 3, then it comes up to 5 high when I put the rounded piece on the top. Is that enough rail? I feel like I could do some rail down. So here's the next part of the train, which is going to be up a step. This light blue piece is just the connection. So the yellow bit is where the main walkway will be. So that would be like here. In which case I take all of this, bring that up. Probably have to move the rails back a little bit. So then take a stair, and I want a 2-wide stair. I really don't like being forced into using a 3-wide stair. That's going to come forward so it covers over that piece. But then the stair will actually be way ahead. But it's okay because there isn't a block here. So that stair can wiggle into it and not smash anything. It'd be interesting to see how much that can actually pivot around. And so then the main engine goes on here. I guess you call it an engine, right? And I want 2 blocks of space to walk by. So the central bit's not going to be too fat, I guess. And I don't really care. I want to cover up the staircase. As long as there's space to come up the stairs and walk around. So this bottom piece will become a wedge. Give it that kind of cylindrical shape, but I guess it's going to be a lot more future-y. It's like if all the people who were building trains back in the day were really into geometric shapes. And then I can put in big wheels. I don't know if these wheels would be powered though. But they connect onto here, I suppose. It's going to have to step up way higher to get over those wheels. I'm going to have to bring the staircase up one more, which means this whole floor needs to go up. The easiest way to do that is just cut the whole thing. And then try and slide this big hole, this big steam thing in here. I don't want it to go too far in because of where that's pivoting, so I need to get rid of that. No, that. No, that. Yeah, that connects to there. So then this door carries along. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. This wheel is obviously cutting into that quite a lot, and down here it would have been cut off, so that needs to go. I need a new stair to get up. And then I think I'll do a step up again. Probably 2 steps, 1 step, 2 steps. If it's 2 steps, I want to get completely over the wheels. And then I think this pipe here will have to go up onto that higher bit. So we're uncovering some of the wheel here. Getting a pipe to do that is going to be a bit tricky, I think. Excuse me. Oh, is it 3? It is, it's 3, 5 by 3. That should be quite easy actually. We will take a pipe, create a new file, attempt to paste the pipe, and fail. Save the pipe. This is 1 by 5 by 3 straight pipe. That's kind of what I need, but the wrong way. That is what I need, but legitimately, no wait, that's the right way, isn't it? Because I'm looking at it backwards right now. Oh, it's not 3, it'll be 2. Huh. That is not good. Oh yes. Nice. Merged. Okay. I think I really need to give this a push. Need to push it down the tracks and see if it is actually going to do anything. If it's going to break or anything. But the good thing is I have motors in here, so we can power it and drag it along. Also, I've deleted my pipe. Why did I delete my pipe? How did I delete my pipe? Give myself some electricity. That's kind of menacing. Nice staircase. Get up onto here. Well, no. And yeah, so these rails aren't rails. That's what we've learned. So, is it gonna hit anything? The way the steam wheels go, it's just like, it's so crazy. They're going way too fast. Ooh. Right. So the thing is, I don't know what hit what there. This red piece probably smashed into the blue piece. Let's bring the staircase back then. That could have been part of it. So the staircase might be too far forwards. So what's below here? This purple segment. I don't actually think... The purple bit might not even need to be there. We might be able to hinge it directly off the red one. And then it looks like everything should be just sort of above and below. Don't break, don't break. Yes. Very good. That's a pretty tight corner, so that's good. I think it was just the stairs. It would have been the stairs impacting this pipe, because the whole thing could shift sideways as well as pivot. Now it's only pivoting. So the next question is, how long can this be? I want it to be able to spawn in the smaller train workbenches. It's just ridiculously hard to see with all the shadows in there. I'm going to bring this wheel back into here. Let me paste that in and then figure out that's the final length. Now this thing will actually need to go forwards a little bit because we need to have some overhang on the back. So if that's the very back, you probably want another block of space so you can put ropes and things that have that secondary hitbox over the back. And then 4 so you can get a nice wedge in there. Now I'll leave a block down, well, I'll leave a block up here in green. So I can always find where the very end is. So that's still within the build. So I could maybe do another set of these. Or I try and copy this whole thing with the steam pistons. Will it fit? Absolutely not. If I cut off one of these steam wheels and then have 2 sets of 2, or yeah, 2 sets of 2, is that acceptable? I've left a gap in front of both these wheels so I can push steam into those. I'm not going to use them for driving because we use electric motors in TCP to set the speed. I'm not sure how that works with steam pressure. I reckon the back wheels might look better if they were a triple axle as well, or if I did a third one here. I really liked it better having more wheels up front, so let's do that. Let's just do 4 wheels and say this is kind of a shorter train because it's only aiming to be spawned in that small zone. It's like this rear wheel hinges off the back of this piece here. I think what I'm going to end up doing is moving this pivot to the front of that. It's like the opposite as what's on the front. I should get a 3 long one. That'll be cool. So I need to copy from probably here back so that I can get another motor or another set of motors. I feel like I need to move this pivot actually. Now that it's 3 wheels, it probably needs to come into this section here. That's probably alright, don't you think? Cut that, move it forwards. So I'll leave a 2 block gap. Then this one will come through, and then from here a wedge back up. So I actually want from here where the connection is, I want it to go up. Have the area that the driver sits in, the cab I guess. I don't know if it has to be that high. And also we probably bring this back down. We need to make sure utilizing all the space that I've got. I don't mind having this big gap. It looks like a lot of these trains or locomotives, a lot of these locomotives did have a really tall gap under here for some reason. So as long as that all pivots nicely, I'm happy with that. Grab some of this rail. This is so menacing. It's really cool. So I think it's just going to be a big wall at the back. This is probably my floor level. Even though the rails kind of come back, I'll probably chuck a ladder in here, right? That would make sense. So how are you going to get up onto this thing? Perfect spot for a ladder. And then I don't know where that green block's gone, but I'm pretty sure I'm within the length. So now I can connect just this one. I've got 6 motors. The steam wheels doesn't look like I'm going to be able to use them for power. Essentially, the steam wheels in here are not connected. There's no good way at the moment that I don't think there's any way ever maybe that TCP is going to connect with steam wheels. I'm not sure, I don't really know. But that's still 5 wheels and 6 motors should be making loads of power. Don't break. Please don't break. That's an achievement unlocked. That's really cool. So the connection on the back is going to be kind of weird because I think it's going to be connected to this rear set of wheels rather than, yeah, it has to be, right? Because otherwise it's going to get pushed out really far when this top piece pivots around. That might be why these trains had a gap there, is because I think the pivot points are really far up on them for the rear wheels. So maybe they needed to have this to put in some kind of coupling or something. I don't know. But that's looking good. The good thing about this is you can completely walk around this thing. And I'll put invisible blocks all through the side rails. Maybe not in the gaps, so if you crouch down you can jump off, but up along where the pipes go at least. And this will be steam powered. It just won't be steam powered in the steam wheels powered kind of way. Yeah, that's so good. I'm so glad it didn't break anywhere around that loop. It's a really good test loop if you're going quite fast, because there's a lot of janky spots throughout that whole track. And then from the back here, I think I'll do, I wonder how big it needs to be in the cab. And there's all this space below, which is good actually. That could be the fuel tank. It's a lot of fuel. And so I got to figure out where the walls actually need to go to. Probably there. This is all the space I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. That was easy. Do I make the cab quite big? I reckon it would be quite big, wouldn't it? If I go to here, then I can do a pipe like that. Yep. That works. And then I grab just the three long pipe, and that will go here. So the cab basically goes like this. And what's going to happen is these will be doors and windows. So we will put in pivots in the floor, pivots in the roof. Oh yes, put that down there. And these will come in. Get rid of that up there. Is this 7? That's 7. And I'll stretch those windows so that they fill out that whole block's worth of space. So you will be able to look through there and see what's going on, except I will also have displays and cameras that we can cycle through. So put a camera on top so you can see what you could normally see through the window from a camera, but then also on the very front I'll offset it, and I think I might even push it out. I think it would look really cool if it was like, if it was coming out a little bit, and I can use the big camera for this as well and get a good zoom function on it, like that. Yeah, that's weird, like that. And then I need one on the back. I'll do the same thing for, and get the same medium camera. I might put the spotlight and stuff up here as well. Like, this is the reverse high beams. Do the same for the front. Kind of like a little array camera spotlight doodad. It looks like a robot now. Oh, and it seems like some of these have like an overhang thing. They have an overhang on the back. Oh, how much further back could I go? That'd be neat. I don't know if it would let me though. Because I'm going to make this window fat here, I might actually be able to put another window directly beside it and have their frames line up. Oh, they might cross over a bit. I'll have to... Is that not enough windows? Feels like it's not enough. There might need to be another one in the back. I'm just going to put down a controller to do the doors. Cab, door, controller. Left door, right door, left door, pivot, right door, pivot. Number, output, left. How far will the door open? 0.8. Two-sided toggle button. Does work. That's the wrong way. Wait, should I pivot it out or pivot it in? It makes more sense to pivot in, right? Except I know that the shunter doesn't do that. They've got 2 blocks and they're going out, pivoting on the wall. That's what I want. It's a little bit different though, because my door is the window. Yeah, if my door opens out, then you can't actually get by it because the walkway is 2 and it opens out into the walkway. Do you know what I mean? It would open into the walkway. The only other thing I could do would be to cut out this, have it open into that gap. I kind of like that. That's kind of goofy. I think it's actually hitting something, because it should be going a lot further than that. Oh, because the windows are all fat now, so that hitbox must be clipping into there. Yikes. Big yikes. Does it work? Happy? Sort of. I like that it doesn't come in. I don't like this window now that I'm here. Yeah, I want a really thick frame around this, but I don't know how I can do that. Because what I did before was the solution, but the hitbox got real fat as well. So yeah, get rid of all this, whatever's going on with these windows. I really liked the little curvy thing that Serp had on the shunter, where it's like, if you stand here, you'll get squished. Oh. It's really big in here. It doesn't need to be that big in here. Let's get some invisible blocks going. Now, I'm pretty sure, like, I'm very happy with the general shape of this. So putting all the invisible blocks in now makes a lot of sense. They're going to disappear essentially. I want to try and be careful about this section. Invisible blocks, done. Okay, what about couplers? TCP. Honestly, I could just take this, right, and I'm done. I'm just gonna quickly try and zoom all this stuff together. Okay, I would say we're far from finished, but this is a really good start. I've just got all the TCP stuff added on, so I push that button. There is no engine, so this start engine does nothing. Then throttle, because we've got infinite electricity, we can just start going. With a lot of detail, it'll look really cool. I'm going to put a steam engine in this, which will be a lot of pistons. I'm wondering if I can get maybe 10 steam pistons into this. We'll go diesel steam, because that's obviously the easiest way to do it. Diesel is good because it's accessible from the very beginning of the game if you're playing career. And steam makes loads and loads of power and heaps of black smoke. I'll put some real cool chimneys on it as well. I'll grab the chimneys off that other thing, off the other red one. Also, what color should this be? A lot of the trains I've been looking at were grey or black, so that's why this is grey and black. But it could be any color. It could be lime green. I really do like that lime green that I saved in my color palette. Let me know what color it should be. And what should there be any decals on it? Should we put like a Pokemon on the side or something? I don't know. Let me know. I'm all for doing crazy designs and pictures and things. And I think I'll build a separate tender as well, so you can spawn this, drive it out of the shed, and then spawn the tender and push it on to connect, which will mean I probably need to connect the fluid connector on the rear coupler. But it's come along really well, actually. It's very cool. I'm very happy with this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.